Hello again, YouTube community. This is Escott from Retro Gamer, and we're going to have a look at another VC download game, which is Soldier Blade, which came out on the TurboGrafx 16, presumably the PC engine as well. So this is a vertical shooter, and I don't think I'm particularly good at it, but we'll give it a whirl. So we just select the game. Graphics are good, the kind of solid sprites that came with the 8-bit games of this era. And it goes at a very quick pace, as a lot of the VC downloads do. Whether this is indicative of the era, I don't know, but it absolutely flies across. I've since been playing a little bit of R-Type since my video to try and get better at it, and I'd love to do a video again when I'm at least maybe can get to the 4th level or so, and unfortunately it just takes lots and lots of practice. There's no easy way to play R-Type. This one's a little bit more accessible. You can see the firepower I've got here already, which is ridiculous after 30 seconds of gameplay, but I'm not complaining. You can see a range of power-ups I've already got to hand. Scrolling smooth. This particular console had good hardware scrolling, and as I said before, the sprites are chunky, well defined. This was recommended to me by Oliver, who a regular RG forum member, and he was around my house and I had some points to spend, and he was in the Felga Cup, and I asked him to recommend me some shooters. Shooters are not my greatest strength, and I'm not a massive fan of them, but every now and again you've got to play a game that maybe you wouldn't otherwise. It's part of the fun of playing games and collecting games. I'm not a massive fan of the whole downloadable concept in general. I think it's a bit of a rip-off, and I know on the forum recently there's a discussion on the PSP Go, which almost unanimously got negative reviews. Even though people haven't played it, it's essentially a PSP plus non-UMD downloadable content only, and I simply cannot see the plus point of that, other than the usual people from kind of Stuff magazine or whatever who rave about anything new. It really has, from a retro gamer and a gamer's point of view, has very few redeeming features in my opinion. And like many retro gamers, we just hope this isn't the way things are going. Although I don't think we can stop the way it's going, but if I can't buy a game in a physical format in the future, maybe that'll be the time when the generations have moved on so far that I can't relate to it anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm being over dramatic. Anyway, I'm kind of moving left and right and pressing fire a lot, and that seems to be working just fine at the moment. I think I remember it getting tougher by the 2nd level. At the moment, it's not a bullet hell shooter. You can see there. There's some bullets, but not enough to get you overly worked up about. Music's doing nothing for me in particular, but yet again, when you have kids, you want games you can put on for 10-20 minutes. As much as I'd like to play Fallout 3 or whatever, it's just not going to happen most of the time. This is the first boss. Some little power-up options there that I just pressed. I couldn't fire while I was doing that. Okay, just realised I have to pick off each side, which should have done a little bit sooner, but never mind. So everything moves along at a really good pace, well, I say good pace, maybe a little fast for me, but there he goes, dead. And on we go. So I downloaded this obviously on recommendation, and I think it's okay, but in my opinion there are a lot better shooters out there. Dodonpachi and Ikaruga and Radiant Silvergun and many others. My favourite shoot 'em ups of all time are probably UN Squadron. I have a thing for Flying Shark as well on the Amiga. I know it was an arcade release. The game does my head in, but I constantly replay it for whatever reason. And even though I find it impossibly difficult, it's just a game I, mainly via emulation if I'm honest, will return to. And I don't know whether anyone else has a game that they struggle with but still playing, but that's certainly one for me. Just feel the enemies on this are a little uninspired. I mean, these things, I don't think the graphic designer was up all night designing. Currently investing in some Japanese Saturn. I've got my Action Revealer account now, some Japanese Saturn, and maybe some using the boot disc for the Dreamcast, playing some Japanese DC shooters at home. Me and Felgacat from the RG Forum have played Border Down and Gradius 5, Marvelous Light, and various games like that, and sort of enjoy them on some level. Bit of synthesized speech there. Oh crap. The level of difficulty is definitely upped. I have to admit that the backgrounds are a little uninspiring. I think a bit of scenery wouldn't go amiss either, although it does help it easy to focus on the bad guys. Unfortunately, that's me done. So that is Soldier Blade. I could continue, but I think you get an idea of the game. I think the game was around 800 points on the Virtual Console, which is about £6 or £7. Now I know these things can be easily emulated in MAME and various other systems. We all know what emulation is. But it's a nice game just to have on the Wii, just to play instantly. And if you're looking for a shooter which isn't extremely difficult, even though I didn't play particularly well, but is accessible, then it might be something you'd like to look at. Okay, thanks for watching the video, and I'll post one again soon.